Hello traders, welcome to my channel Traders Edge for Success. So basically, to trade in a stock market, you must know about how price moves on chart, how patterns and structures work here for entry and exit the trade. So these things are very important. So I will make sure after this video you will have a proper clarification of how price moves in a market, how patterns and structures are traded in stock market. So let's go. Before that, like this video, share this video and subscribe my channel for latest updates. So how price moves in a market. So for example, if a stock price want to move from $100 to $200, if A has an 100 value and B has a 200 value, it will not move linear. So it's never linear. So basically it moves as a non-linear movement, which you can see on chart here. If price A, if price wants to move from A to B, it will have rise and fall both on the movements on the chart. So technically it will be always non-linear movements in the market. So in a non-linear movement, we use patterns and structure to identify our entries. So before we move to patterns and structure, I want you to know about Elliott-Wave theory. So basically what it tells us that if price moves from point A to point B, so it has a non-linear movements. But in a non-linear movements, wave 1, wave 3 and wave 5 are the waves which pushes price upward, and waves 2 and 4 act as a corrective waves. So let's see, like wave 1 is a beginning of new phase. If price started moving upward, it will have some corrective wave. After that, if the price continues keep going upward, it will have an impulsive move, and the wave 3 will be longest and the strongest wave on chart. So after that, like again wave 4 will be a corrective wave, and if it still goes in a continuous up direction, wave 5 will be the final push, usually weaker than wave 3. So this is Elliott-Wave theory, and most of the times market follows these structures. We have to keep in mind here that as per Elliott-Wave, impulsive waves has high volume and momentum moves. Wave 1, 3 and 5 will have high volume and momentum moves, and corrective waves, which is wave 2 and wave 4, will have slow momentum on chart with very low volume. The same as for the downtrend, wave 1, 3 and 5 will be an impulsive wave, wave 2 and wave 4. So one more thing before we move ahead, like if a trend ends with 5 waves for upward and downward both direction, it will definitely have its corrective phase. If wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an impulsive wave for an uptrend, then A, B and C will be a corrective phase, which known as a retracement of the current trend. For the same for the downtrend, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after that it will have its corrective phase as A, B and C. So this is typically the movement of the price as per Elliott-Wave theory. So this is all about how price moves on a chart. As you have observed that it's always a non-linear movement, but it have its impulsive and corrective waves depends on the following trend. So now let's see about the patterns and structures. So I have marked different types of patterns and structures on live chart for you guys, so it will be very easy to. So now let's see in the chart of Tesla. The following trend is downward, and one of the support level, it started creating a pattern. So the phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. Basically pattern have 2 or 3 phases. So if it passes 2 phases or 3 phases, we call it as a pattern. So this is a bearish flag which is continuous pattern. So you can see like point 1, point 2 and point 3, same as point A, B and C. After this pattern breakout, market start moving in a down direction as it is a continuous bearish flag pattern. After that, I have one more pattern for you in same trend. So it is a falling wedge reversal pattern. So what does it mean? If the pattern gets narrow at the end of the following downtrend, so it will act as a falling wedge reversal pattern. So what does it means? It's a reversal pattern. So from here, after the breakout on upper side, market will start following an uptrend, which you can observe here. So it's a falling wedge reversal pattern, a live example on chart. Same as well, you can see ahead, it's a rising wedge reversal pattern. Same, the price of the uptrend gets narrow at the end of the pattern formation and a breakout in a down direction, which will act as a reversal of the following trend. So trend get reversal from upward to downward at the end of this breakout of the rising wedge reversal pattern. So why I am showing these patterns on a live chart? Because you guys can search on a Google and get types of patterns, but it is very important to understand these types of pattern, how it works in a market conditions. So that's why I am giving you a live example, so you can understand like how to trade a pattern. So basically patterns are traded at the end of the breakout. You followed up like at the end of this breakout, it has its drastically move in a down direction, same as well here. In some conditions, after the breakout, price also get back for the retest, which you can see over here. So if you didn't manage entry on breakout candles, you can manage it on retest level. Now see, this is very important, a break of structure. You guys are, so this is an inverted head and shoulder structure. So let me write it for you. Inverted head and shoulder structure. So this structure have like one shoulder, then it have a head, and again it's the second half shoulder. So what does it mean? If you see this type of inverted head and shoulder structure from a downtrend or after a downtrend, it is a sign like if it gets breakout, market can turn in an upward direction. So it will act as a reversal structure. You can see over here like we get a break of structure. So here we got a breakout of the structure, inverted head and shoulder. So after the breakout, the price get back again for the retest at the breakout level, and then it moves upward after that. So let's see next a peanut triangle continuous pattern. So this type of pattern we call it as a peanut triangle, and after the breakout of this pattern we get into a long position. You can see after the breakout, price came back again for a retest and then it moves upward. So before moving ahead, friends, I want to let you know that patterns breakout and structure breakout are basically used for a scalping trades. So what are the scalping trades? And so if I'm doing a day trading on a specific stock or specific index, so I will try to look for the breakouts of the patterns and structure. So I will manage my entries before breakouts or after breakouts. because after the pattern and structure breakout, market moves drastically. You have observed many times. So within a short period of time, like 15 to 20 minutes after a breakout, market gives a strong movement many of the times. So I will try to manage. So I will look for the patterns and structure, and I will try to manage my entries, and I will try to take scalp, which gives almost 70 to 80 percentage of my option trading price movements, or nearest to the double. So the moral is that we use patterns and structure for a scalping trades. So now let me show you some other patterns as well. So let's see over here that the following trend is upward. The same peanut triangle formation happen here, which is a continuous pattern, and after the breakout it get back here again for the retest. So if you didn't manage your entry on breakouts, you can manage your entry at retest level. So you can see after a retest level like 1 2 3 4 and 5 minutes, 5 candles. So in 25 minutes stocks got an 438 to 448, almost $10 more. So if you are an scalper and if you buy option call of like 445 446 down here, you can make your money double or maybe thrice in this scalping movement. So now it is very important structure, head and shoulder formation. We had seen before it was an inverse head and shoulder down here, inverse head and shoulder structure, and if price gets breakout, it converts downtrend to an uptrend. Same over here, head and shoulder formation. If it forms after an uptrend, so head, shoulder, head and shoulder. So after the breakout of this structure, market will follow the downtrend as per the definition of this structure. So you can see over here after a breakout, it started moving on a downtrend. So in this downtrend, there is one more pattern which is also very important, expanding triangle, which is continuous pattern. So if the following market is in a downtrend, and if you see a pattern like this, like which is expanding triangle, so after the breakout of this pattern, you can take a short position, you can trade a short position after that. So let's move ahead. So as you know, the following trend is a downtrend, and in this downtrend the market follows up with a bearish flag pattern, which is very common in downtrend, and so it is my favorite pattern. Like I follow this pattern very much if the market is following a downtrend. So you can see after the breakout of this pattern, market get back again for the retest, and after that it follows in a down direction. So you can see like after the breakout of the pattern and after the retest, it moves like 423 to almost 400. So $23 fall on the same day, and after the retest, after the breakout and after the retest. So let's move ahead. So you can see like the following trend is upward, and there is a bullish flag formation. So bullish flag formation, you can, so it is a, so what is bullish flag formation? Like if the following trend is upward and if you find these types of patterns on chart, after the breakout of this bullish flag, you can trade long position after that, which market followed like 420 to 435, almost $15 more after the breakout of this bullish flag pattern. So basically we covered most of the pattern formation for the downtrend and uptrend, and we also covered up with two structure, which is head and shoulder and inverted head and shoulder. So friends, you can find out different types of patterns and structure on Google, but for me, showing this in a live chat to you is very important, because you can know about patterns and structure easily from anywhere, but how it works in a market condition. So how these patterns and structure are traded. So if you don't see in a real chart like how it works and how it traded for scalping or for long and short positions, so that's why I show these patterns and structure on a real chart, that makes your understanding easy and build clarity regarding structures and patterns. So thank you for watching, and before closing this video, I want you to subscribe my channel and join us for more videos. So I will try my best to make your trading journey easy and simple.